Okay, so there are many versions of the Hippocratic Oath. It has been changed numerous times as modern day has brought acceptance to more situations. The original Hippocratic Oath was written by Hippocrates in the 4th or 5th century BC, and it did not include the phrase, "do no harm." That phrase originated in one of the versions written in the 17th century. According to PBS, the version that is adopted by most medical schools in the United States was written in 1964 by Luis Lozano. He was the academic dean of the School of Medicine at Tufts University. Still, in his version, there's no phrase that says, "do no harm." However, there is this phrase, "If it is given to me to save a life, all thanks, but it may also be within my power to take a life." This underlines how doctors swear into their profession, knowing that they have the power and ability to take one's life. And unfortunately, there's no better scenario for that capability to be used than when requested by the suffering patient themselves. Also, another line in the oath is, "I will remember that I remained a member of society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings, those sound of mind and body as well as the infirm." Oxford Dictionary defined infirm as those who are physically or mentally weak. Nonetheless, they still have an opinion, and just as the oath states, doctors have an obligation to those people. Therefore, if it is death with dignity they are requesting, it is obligatory for doctors to grant it to them. My opponent also stated that the Death with Dignity Act may be problematic by including that it seems like insurance companies are trying to get rid of patients to simply save money. What they fail to mention is that when it comes to life insurance, benefits are still going to be issued to beneficiaries of the person who is insured. Life insurance disregards whether or not that death resulted from intentional means, such as physician-assisted suicide. In fact, according to the United States National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health, insurance companies have greater flexibility when dealing with a person suffering from a terminal illness. Because insurance companies would still have to issue benefits, legalizing PAS will not enable insurance companies to profit or save by much, thus making the Death with Dignity Act not problematic in that sense at least. Barbiturates is a popular drug when dealing with PAS. The symptoms my opponent stated about the drug are possible. Like they said, there's distress or choking, sometimes gasping, muscle spasms, vomit, feelings of terror, and so on. While without the drug, that is the kind of suffering many of these patients go through and continue to go through daily. Those factors are sometimes what drives them to the decision of wanting PAS. These horrible symptoms of barbiturates only might occur when the patient overdoses on the drug. According to the American Addiction Center's resource, there is a fine separation between the dose needed and the one that's that has a toxic effect. With help from a physician, the likelihood of mishap would be lowered when compared to a self-suicidal attempt, since a professional is prescribing the intake for the patient. New York Times reported that less than 15% of patients do not die or have a delayed death when intaking lethal substances during PAS. My opponent also mentioned that allowing people to have the option of PAS will eliminate the possibility of their life becoming better, but they do not mention the even higher probability of their life actually degrading significantly. In a research done by Drs. Lambden, Zong, Friedlander, and Pregerson, they found that 74% of patients that were given and life expectancies were accurate. My partner and I believe those who should have access to PAS are those who are suffering from terminal illnesses. Those who are qualified for PAS must be prognosed with 6 months or less to live. Therefore, we are not taking away one's chance to live out a longer or better life. We're giving them and their family a chance to make peace with a situation that has already been unfolded.